get to talking about
Is
the
that right
important
opposite,
things.
that bay right opposite on the south side of Barnhart Island?
Yeah, yeah, yes.
I
Oh,
came there getting caught there one day.
you know that area down there. Have you ever run the South Sioux in a boat?
No.
No. Well, the South Sioux was bad enough. When I ran the South Sioux, I couldn't have been older than college year. I think I was about end of high school years, about five, five out of two, so about 18 years old. And my father, I went running alone. I didn't want him in the boat. So he kindly went ashore, and he said that my skiff and I, head and all, were completely out of sight in the South Sioux Rapids twice. And he didn't know that I wasn't underneath until the boat came up again and he saw I was getting out. Well, what I knew was that that's the only rapid that I've ever been in that I did not have control of the boat. And I did not have control of that boat. The rapids was handling me the way it wanted to, and I was doing my best to control it. And the South Sioux were tough enough. And for 50 years, I looked over the North Sioux. And every time I decided you had to be a damn fool to attempt it, because I could see sure death at various places. You chase it down, what you could do, and then there'd come a place where you knew you couldn't go through it. Well, when they were going to build construct the Seaway, I came home from some paddling out in Idaho on the River of No Return with my wife, and we drove along the North Shore, where you look right down on the North side. And I stopped and talked to some people there and found they were going to put some big coffer dam in that December and block it off, and there never would be any North Sound again. And I got to worrying about whether I was afraid to try it or whether my judgment. And I began to think that it was more that I was afraid of it than my good judgment. And the only way to prove I wasn't afraid of it was to try it. So on October 16th, 1956, I ran half of it because a couple of relatives of mine at Messina, where I stayed the night before, had told me that I was crazy to run the whole business. Well, I said, I'll run the lower half then. And when I was started on the way home, I thought, well, here, this beautiful day, why am I not up there doing it? Well, I learned later that Lowell Thomas was on the radio. They got a hold of that stuff. And about the time I was telling my wife about it, because her last words when I went up were, I think you're crazy. And I couldn't dispute it, so I just went ahead.